Well, since you can learn something new all the time, if you, have yourself opened up to learning, I learned something new today. And I want to pass it on because it's something I talk about a lot. And so I'm not on Instagram and I'm not in any of these. There's a lot of groups and stuff. I'm not even on any social media. This is the only thing I do. And, oh, well, besides next door, but really is it social media? It's just neighborhood whining bullshit. Anyways, so I guess there's a lot of people like reaching out, trying to find each other because this thing is for real. Like they can carry their keys without a pocket. It's crazy. All these people are showing their videos. I don't know. They're probably all over TikTok too. I don't know where all these people are. I'm not on that either. But they hang all sorts of stuff: keys, paper clips, scissors, forks, spoons. They can walk with them on them. So, anyways, there's some people who are really trying to figure out like what the hell is going on, and so they're all getting together, talking to each other and trying to figure out like what's going on, what can we do, why is this happening to me, why is it not happening to them, blah blah blah. They're all trying to figure it out. Like, yeah, because who else is? You can't go to the doctor, they're not going to tell you. They're going to call it a sports injury and say go home. You can't go to the government, they're in, oh, well, you don't know anything about that. Probably Trump. I would talk to Trump. And you can't go to, the news is just a show. Just, it's not, it's just a show created to control minds. It's not, a legit place you could go to for answers. So you've got all these people trying to figure it out themselves. And they're sharing videos, they're sharing their stories. And, I think it's sad. It would be scary. I even went and started getting stuff to see like, can stuff stick to me? And so she was also talking about the toxins and stuff, and this is where I talk about all the time. She was saying how important it is too about this clean food because of the poisons that they're giving us. And you've got to filter your water. When that lady said, the dirty air, she's saying because we don't have these, but legitimately, the air's dirty because they're poisoning us. So, yeah, the air is dirty. Yeah, that's real, but it's not from germs. Well, germ warfare. So, anyways, and I talk about the heavy metals that I feel have built up in my system, and I talk about that I believe that a lot of people who have autoimmune disease have allergies or sensitivities to heavy metals. And we've got so much poisoning of heavy metals into our system that I do believe that that's what's causing some of these problems. We know for sure, even I saw another thing I learned, a vet who is doing videos, who I guess he gave up his license because when he started trying to put out, he became popular and he was putting out books and, information about how to take care of your dog naturally, because the whole community for dogs, the whole medical community is only out for a buck. They don't care about you. I don't know how to get this through to people. They rely on these systems that don't care about you. They are not for you. They are for them. They are for their pocketbook. That's it. That's the only reason they are there. And so anyways, I'll just jump in another. These people who have these things hanging off of them, they're doing these detoxes to try and get the heavy metals out of their system. And I talk about doing the Epsom soaks and stuff like that. And it does make my joints feel better. I can definitely tell after a couple days, like I'll start feeling super stiff. Lately, the past few days, my fingers have been so stiff. It's weird. They even feel like swollen. And I have been sneezing to death. Like I really feel like, and we've got this weird weather. Like all of a sudden it's midsummer and it's like it's like this mix between spring and fall. Like there's my yard is just showered with pine needles. You know, it looks like fall out there. Just billions of these pine needles everywhere. And but then it's also like this, all this allergies, like I don't know, maybe I'm just super allergic to pine needles and I'm just crazy. But things seem weird to me. Like I see the evidence that someone's messing with our weather. That's what I see. And anyways, so there is people, you know, who have a more intolerant system to these poisons they're giving us. Like we're all having different effects. And you know, and I totally the Epsom salt soaks, the doing liver detoxes and stuff, because your liver is where you first start clearing out the toxins in your body. So do those liver detoxes, like keep your liver clean. You know, don't be just pounding the beer and, you know, eating junk food. Your system is gonna give out. And then you'll be 35 years old and they'll be like, I have no idea why he died. Perfectly healthy guy. I don't know. Like, you don't know what's going on in your body. Age is an illusion. Don't get caught up in like, it doesn't matter. If you could be 20 years old, if you're not taking care of yourself and your body's like, well, I've had enough, I'm out. You know, that's what's gonna happen. It's already predestined though, so whatever. But if you want to, you know, extend your health and take care of yourself while you are, you know, in this body, then, you know, you need to be aware of how to take care of it, and detoxing and the poisons and stuff that your body's trying to process all the time. And so the one thing that the one lady said was this bentonite clay. I guess that's what's going around with them, you know, to put a little bit of that in the water, and it is a good detox. So look up about it. I'm going to look up about it. But she was totally promoting about the, you know, the clean eating. That's what I say all the time. You got to stick with, you know, find a farm. If you eat meat, find a farm that takes care of their animals. It isn't feeding them, because the corporate farms use cheap food to feed the animals. And when the food that they use to feed the animals was grown with poisons. So they put the poisons directly into the animal. The animal's growing, you know, like has growing Roundup and putting it into its body so that you eat it. You got to find clean farms that are putting out clean meat. You got to find, you know, organic, but in the stores, they'll mark something organic when it's covered with poisons because they find ways around it. If you watch stuff and learn about labeling and the FDA and stuff, like, you can't trust any of it. That's why the safest thing to do is to grow your own food. And I loved it today too on Zeducation. There was a person, it's a TikTok challenge, I guess, and it's like, you tell me you went to American education system without telling me. And the people say little snippy things. And this one guy was that somebody hit a deer on the way to school. So they went in and dissected the deer in biology. Then they went in home ec and cooked it. And they learned this whole thing about this deer. And to me, that if the system was really there to teach you how to survive without it, that's what they would teach you. They're not there to teach you how to survive without them. They're teach you how to be dependent on them so that they can completely control you. They can control what you eat, how you eat, where you go to the doctor, where you go to school, how much you'll make, when you'll retire, how you'll go on vacation, when you'll go on vacation, all of it. If you ever get a vacation again, you can go to Venezuela. Ask them when's the last time they had a vacation. You know, Cubans are pretty outraged right now too. So, you know, you just have to be aware that they are filling you full of chemicals. And, you know, the more processed food, the additives and stuff, I mean, I saw what happened to Winston, and it was definitely the food. But you do have veterinarian, and that guy, I mean, he's making his money, I'm sure, off his books and his channel and stuff. I'm sure he has a huge following. Anybody who speaks out the truth about this wicked system. But I saw what I went through about Winston and stuff. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'm supposed to come in and do these tests that he couldn't even do, and then they didn't give a crap. And I already knew what. Okay, so we're going to do these expensive tests. They're going to tell me I can do chemo on my 11-and-a-half-year-old dog, and we'll take another couple thousand to extend his life 6 months or a year. Oh, you guys saved me. Thank you so much. Yeah, the system is not out. I mean, the system gave me brain injury, gave me colitis. It's blinding me. So, yeah. But it is super important about the detoxing and the really focusing on your health and what you put into your mouth and taking time, relieving your stress. That's the best thing about meditation and the deep breathing and stuff, is because your body can't live in a stress. We all these people with anxiety disorders all around us, but you can't live at that. It is like cortisol or something. It's just, the way that the system works is, I don't know if I can really explain it very well with a brain injury anymore, but you keep giving it something, then it will need more and more and more and more, and then it will become where it will stop working altogether. It will become like, when you start dealing with these hormones and stuff inside your body, it's very complicated. I mean, it gets very complex of how, each thing works to affect the next thing, and this thing has to work this way, and all this. It's so complex. I mean, there's no way. I can't imagine going and learning about how the body works and then to say, oh, yeah, this is just all by accident. No, it's nutty. But anyways, they have these abilities to mess with those and, can make yours completely stop so that you're just completely reliant on them, for your whole emotional state. So you really need to focus on your stress, focus on how to keep yourself calm. It will help you with your sleeping. It will help you with everything. And it is all in here. It's all of this self-talk. It's this control of your mind. That's what everything is. I've talked about it so many times. The thing with fear, how it can turn into a phobia and stuff. It's all in here. So once you get control of this, you can find peace. But, you just letting it go crazy, then it will drive you crazy. But, it's important stuff is to do the detoxing, but also don't put a bunch of junk in. If you're putting in a bunch of junk, it's going to be impossible to keep detoxing it all out. You will build up a surplus in your joints and stuff. And then, caring for your health, yourself. Thinking about what you're actually putting in. Is this really good for, I'm not going to sit there and pretend like everything I put in my mouth is good for me. It's not. Yeah, this morning I made it yesterday, but some kind of a cream cheese. It is really good when you make it right. But you have to have a white cake mix, and then you make all this cream cheese thing, and you cook it, and it comes out just like a Danish. But my cake mix thing was pineapple. So it's kind of like, ugh. But anyways, it still gave me a stomachache. I'm sitting here going like, oh, I shouldn't have ate that. I'm going to have to drink a kombucha early now. But, but to be aware, like, it's not like I'm going to sit and eat those all day and then eat more junk and more junk and more junk. Limit your junk. Don't just stuff your face with junk and don't put anything healthy. You got to get some healthy stuff in there. Your body relies on you to do that. Connect to your body. And, so what I talk about, mind, body, and spirit connection. And, healing. That's what it's all about. Well, especially right now. Pretty soon, it won't be about just trying to heal, because we'll be having fun and doing stuff. But this is that time. This is that transition into the new age. But yeah, it's time to heal. So anyways, have a great day. And bentonite clay, but Epsom salts, and just eat clean. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.